Hi everyone, and welcome to my second reading of A Course in Miracles. So today we are on Chapter 1, The Meaning of Miracles. And this is the principles of miracles. Now there are 50 miracle principles. I'm not going to read all 50 today. I am going to read just the first page, which is the first 12 miracle principles. Okay, and we're going to get started right here, right now. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. One is not harder or bigger than another. They are all the same. All expressions of love are maximal. I mean, how absolutely beautiful. What this is really saying to us is God doesn't see your problem as any bigger than anyone else's problem. That includes a government. That includes the world. He doesn't see difficulty and problems because the moment a problem arises, God has a solution for it. We have to be open to that. We have to be open to that solution. There is never a situation that God's not going to give you his maximal expression of love. And his maximal expression of love can only be given to you if you are willing to accept it. So don't think just because, let's say you owe $5,000 to the IRS that God's not going to help you. And don't think just because someone owes $5,000, you only owe, $600, that God's not going to help you. God does not see problems as big or small. He sees them all the same. Something that can be corrected easily and effortlessly. And at least that's how I take miracle principle number 1. So miracle principle number 2. Miracles as such do not matter. The only thing that matters is their source, which is far beyond evaluation. So the form in which the miracle occurs doesn't matter. It is from where the miracle comes from. That really is what matters. And where do all miracles come from? Miracles come from God. And what is God but nothing but love? So don't look to form to say, oh, wow, I got a big miracle or I got a small miracle. All miracles are maximal expressions of love. So miracle principle number 3. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspired them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. I mean, how absolutely beautiful is that? Everything that comes from love is a miracle because everything that is loving thought is a miracle. So that's what this principle is saying, that they occur naturally out of expressions of love, and God is always expressing love. And I don't know if any of you have ever heard this before, but there is a line, and I can't remember where it's from, but basically it says every time God has a loving thought, an angel is born. Well, you are a loving thought in the mind of God, so what does that say about you? You are a miracle because you are a loving thought in the mind of God. That's why you are entitled to miracles, but I'm already getting ahead of myself. So let's continue to read on to miracle number 4, or miracle principle number 4. All miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. His voice will direct you very specifically. You will be told all you need to know. I mean, I think that's very clear. Stop thinking you know anything and know that you will be guided along the way. And that's something that I am going to be teaching in my 8 weeks of guidance course that I have out, is how to stop listening with this agenda and how just to listen. And, you're going to be directed. You will be told what you need to know. And God doesn't work in the future. God already sees everything that happens. So he's not going to say, okay, Ron, here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to walk down to the corner store. Then you're going to take a left. Then you're going to take a right. Then you're going to do this all before I leave the house. He's going to say, okay, you need to leave the house. Okay, now you need to turn right. Okay, now you've turned right. Great. Now you need to turn left. Okay, now you've turned left. Now you need to stop at the corner store. Okay, great. You stopped at the corner store. Ooh, okay. Now you have an urge to look down. Oh, look, you look down. There's $5. That's how we're going to be led. Number 5. Miracles are habits and should be involuntary. They should not be under conscious control. Consciously selecting miracles can be misguided. And so what this is, miracles are habitual. So what does that mean? It means that miracle-minded thinking has to become our habit. Thinking with love has to become our habit. And then it said they should be involuntary. It means you don't control them. You don't say, okay, God, I'm going to need you to send me $10,000 now. And there's the miracle of $10,000. No, miracles are involuntary. So it doesn't necessarily mean just because you ask for the $10,000 that it's going to come in the form that you think it should. Okay, and that's what we have to that's why it says conscious control over miracles can be misguided, because you may think that's the best, but in fact, it's not the best way that you could receive that money. Because perhaps, let's say that you do ask for that $10,000. And as you ask for that $10,000, you have a very specific way of how you want it to come in. Let's say you just want to win it. Okay, you just want to win $10,000. And so, all prayer is always answered. And so let's say God answers your prayer and lets you win $10,000. But with that $10,000 winning, now you have to go on the news. Now everyone knows you won $10,000. And now, not only that, now people are calling you out the wazoo to borrow some money after they never called you before. But now that you have this $10,000 and it's been publicized, now everyone knows. So maybe the best way would have actually a relative passed away and gave you $10,000. Or maybe you go to the movies, you meet somebody there who wants to give you a signing bonus to write a book for them. $10,000. So you don't know the form. That's why they have to be involuntary and not under conscious control. Okay, let's move on to 6. Miracles are natural. When they do not occur, something has gone wrong. I absolutely love this, and I actually use this on my website. Because miracles are natural, and they do happen naturally, and the only thing that can ever go wrong is our thinking. That's the only thing that can ever go wrong, is the way in which you think. You can either think with love or you can think with fear. If you're thinking with fear, then you're not going to be seeing a lot of miracles. If you think with love, they're going to be abundant in your life. Then it says, miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. Now, there's a lot of people that can interpret this a lot of different ways. So for me, this is how I interpret it. Miracles are natural. So that means everyone is entitled to them. Everyone gets miracles because we are all expressions of love. We are all divine thoughts in the mind of God. But purification is necessary first. I take that as purification is necessary because we're not in our right minds all the time. We're not always thinking with love. So that purification is to take whatever your prayer may be and say, you know what, here you go. I give this to God. Whatever I think I need, whatever the miracle may be, I give this to you. Please, purify it for me. Purify these thoughts so that I can see what it is that I truly need at this time. And then our next one is number 8. And it says, miracles are healing because they supply a lack. They are performed by those who temporarily have more for those who temporarily have less. So I love this because miracles are healing. So what does that mean? So miracles can be very healing because they, at the time, so you are always asked to be the presence of the alternative. So you are the presence of love in any situation. So let's say you are in a hospital and you have a friend that's in the hospital and they look very sick, very sickly. And you can go in there and you can do one of two things. You can either sympathize, which is not really going to do any good for anybody, or you can be the presence of the alternative. You can stand in your loving presence. And in that moment, as you are standing in love, you are inviting them to come stand in love. So right now they have a lack of love and you are abundant in that love. So that healing is you filling whatever gap they feel that they have, because in fact there is no gap, but there are times when we feel like there is. And that's why we need sometimes other people to assist us, to remind us that there is no lack and that God is always present and love is always available. Then we have miracle principle number 9. Miracles are a kind of exchange, like all expressions of love, which are always miraculous in the true sense. The exchange reverses the physical law. They bring more love both to the giver and to the receiver. So that's exactly what I was just saying at the one above, is that, you know, it's just that exchange. Okay, you're in fear. I want to help you. I want to help switch you out of fear and into love. And as you do that, that's why I do these videos. Because number one, what am I doing? I'm teaching myself. I'm always helping myself to remember or gain new insights. Number two, I am giving of my heart. I'm giving out of love, and that love is then reciprocated back to me, because someone may like this video and then they share the video and then they share it and they share it. And it's not so much that I get popular. It is that my message, and not even my message, the message of the course goes out there, and that love begins to ripple out throughout the world, and then it will return to me tenfold. So that's why it says in the manual for teachers that a teacher of God is generous out of self-interest. So then we have miracle principle number 10. The use of miracles as spectacles to induce belief is a misunderstanding of their purpose. So basically, this is not to say, oh my God, guys, look what I can do. I can walk on water. I can turn water to wine. Look how special I am. That is not what miracles are for. Miracles are not to induce belief. Miracles are a correction of an error in your mind. It's not to say, look at me, I'm so special. You know, that's not what miracles are for. Miracles are expressions of love. They are expressions of the divine coming through you. Miracles are not done by you. They are done through you. You are the faucet, not the water. So then we have miracle principle number 11. Prayer is the medium of miracles. It is a means of communication of the creator to the created with the creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So it's basically saying that's why we pray. Because right now we perceive a gap between us and the divine. So we pray to bridge that gap and to say, okay, I am in need of love right now. And then the miracle that you receive is the maximal expression of love that you are willing to accept at that time. And then our final miracle principle for today is miracle principle number 12. Miracles are thoughts. Thoughts can represent the lower or bodily level of experience, or the higher or spiritual level of experience. One makes physical, and the other creates spiritual. And so what does that mean? That's simply saying all thought creates on any level. And what we're really being asked to do is have those higher thoughts. You can think, you know, I need this physically, I need that physically. Or you can really elevate your thoughts and say, okay, you know what? I don't know what I need right now. I don't know what that's going to look like. All I know is right now I am in need of love. I'm in need of a shift in perception, because this is what a miracle is. A miracle is a shift in perception from fear over to love. All right, so that has been our reading of A Course in Miracles today. You are more than welcome to go check out my website where I do miracle-minded push-ups, and where I also do my miracle-minded 30-minute calls or hour calls, and also my readings and my other content that I put out. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I send you all of my love.